And so you're kind of mentioning there the importance of IP and patents to raise funding, but did it also have a big impact for the exit? I mean, I think there was an IPO, it floated.
Yeah, yes, it was the I would say for most of the businesses I've been involved in, the IP strategy and the intelligent identification, development of intellectual property and the protection of that is really central. So another example, in the case of Powderject, was the getting clarity from the research that we were doing over what would be the right basis for the most important claims, claim one of the patent. And what that boiled down to really was an identification of understanding the sort of the physics of the ability of a particle of a certain size to be able to painlessly penetrate the skin and come to rest inside an immune cell such that the material in the particle could interact with the cell to create a vaccine. And it was that claim which defined the size of the particle, which had to be less than the diameter of a skin cell, which enabled us to build a whole new range of vaccines around DNA vaccines, which had to be delivered in that way, which was the sort of the precursor to what the work that's been done on RNA vaccines since. And that boiled down to a conversation between us and the patent agent to really get an understanding of, well, what area of research did we really need to focus on to understand where was the utility in our invention. And that's a great example, I think, of how, if you have that kind of relationship with your patent advisors, it can really affect the decisions you make about the direction you take your research and can build a very strong intellectual property position.